Hello, today you are going to practice English with me while you listen to me talk about my last weekend. With this episode, you will learn everyday vocabulary, practice your listening, and work on your pronunciation at the same time. It is very important that you pause the video, I mean, stop the video whenever you need to. Take notes of the new vocabulary and repeat every word and every sentence out loud. This will help your brain gradually get used to the language, its structures, and also its sounds. So take your time, listen carefully, take notes, and let's begin. First of all, I want to tell you something about the weather in my country. It has been extremely hot during the day, and sometimes it is still hot at night. The heat has been affecting many places and also many people. For example, you can see some fires in the mountains because of the intense heat. And unfortunately, there are some human activities that can make the situation worse. So, I want to take this opportunity to remind you something very important. If you visit a mountain, a forest, or a natural reserve, be careful with the things you leave behind. For example, avoid leaving glass bottles on the ground because when the weather is extremely hot, the sunlight can reflect off the glass, and in certain conditions, that reflection can contribute to a fire. So please take the trash with you and leave the natural places clean. A small action can make a big difference. The intense heat and the lack of rain are also affecting some crops. For example, my parents grow coffee on their farm, and this is actually the season when they harvest coffee. The season when they start harvesting coffee is from July to December. Right now, they are picking coffee cherries almost every day. And when I call them at night, they sometimes tell me that their coffee plants are struggling a lot because of the weather. They are not producing as much as they normally do. And because of this, some of the coffee cherries may be lost, and the harvest could be smaller this year compared to the last year. And of course, I imagine that coffee is not the only crop that is being affected. Now, what about you? What is the weather like in your city right now? You can answer this question in many different ways. For example, it's very hot in my city too. It is extremely hot. It is almost unbearable. The word unbearable means that something is extremely uncomfortable or intense, that is very difficult to tolerate. You could also say it's very cold in my city. It's very windy where I live. Windy. Or the weather is very cool and comfortable. Or the weather is humid. So the question is, what is the weather like where you live? Stop the video and answer this question out loud. And if you want, you can also write your answer in the comments. Last Friday, it was extremely hot. I have been teaching all day, and after I finished the last class of the day, I decided to go for a walk around my neighborhood. I wanted to get some fresh air because my apartment was really hot. There isn't a balcony in my apartment, and unfortunately, the ventilation isn't very good. While I was walking around my neighborhood, I noticed a bar that I had never been to before. I wasn't planning to go to a bar, but then I heard the music. They were playing music from the 80s and the 90s. So I looked inside, and the place was very nice and comfortable. There were not too many people there, and the atmosphere was relaxed. Sometimes you discover interesting places when you are not looking for them. I almost never drink beer. It's not something I usually do because I don't know much about different kinds of beer. Actually, there is only one beer that I sometimes drink and enjoy. Its name is Club Colombia Negra, or in English, dark beer. But unfortunately, this beer is no longer easy to find in my city, in Medellin. I have gone to many different places asking for this beer, and people tell me that they are not selling this beer anymore. I don't know if it is temporary or permanent, but so far I haven't been able to find it. So when I went to this bar, I told them that I liked dark beer and asked them if they could recommend something similar. And the person there recommended a Colombian craft beer. It was also dark beer. So, of course, I decided to give it a try. And guess what? I loved it. It immediately became my favorite beer. It was delicious and very smooth, and it had some chocolate notes which I really enjoyed. The flavor was rich, but it wasn't too strong for me. And now that we are talking about the weather, hot days, or cold days, I would like to ask you something. What is your favorite beverage or your favorite drink? Do you like beer? Do you prefer tea? Are you a coffee person? Do you like soda? Or do you prefer to drink only water? For me, I really like water. I drink a lot of water, especially when the weather is hot. And when I go for a walk and it is very warm outside, one of my favorite drinks is sparkling water. In Colombia, in Spanish, we often call it soda, but be careful because this word has a different meaning in English. In English, the word soda usually means a sweet carbonated drink. For example, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Colombiana, and other similar drinks can be called soda. But in Colombia, in Spanish, when you say soda, we can be talking about plain sparkling water. So now it's your turn. What's your favorite drink? You can answer this question saying, my favorite drink is coffee. I love sparkling water. I usually drink water. I like drinking tea. Or you can also answer a complete sentence with more details to practice a little more. For example, I usually drink coffee in the morning but I drink sparkling water when the weather is hot. That's a complete sentence that you can use in a real conversation. So tell me your answer in the comments. I would like to know what people around the world like drinking. Thank you so much for practicing English with me. I hope this short episode helped you practice your listening, improve your pronunciation, and learn useful vocabulary that you can actually use in your daily life. Remember to pause the video, repeat out loud, and don't worry if you don't understand everything the first time. Learning a language takes time. Just keep practicing little by little. I'll see you in the next episode. Take care. Bye.